Most people fail not because they're not smart, not because they're not talented, but because they can't hold themselves accountable. They say they'll start tomorrow. They make excuses. They wait for the perfect time. And guess what? Tomorrow never comes. The truth is, willpower is a lie. Motivation is unreliable. And if you don't fix this one thing, accountability, you will never reach your full potential. I struggled with this for years, but once I figured out how to force myself to stay on track, everything changed. And today, I'm going to show you exactly how to do it. The biggest reason people struggle to stay consistent is unrealistic goals. But more importantly, they don't focus on habits. Here's the thing: if you set a goal to eat healthy for a week and you actually do it, what happens next? Most people relapse because the problem isn't the goal, it's the lack of a system to make it a long term habit. That's why New Year's resolutions fail. That's why people join the gym in January and quit by February. They rely on motivation instead of accountability. You know what the real problem is? People think that they can just will themselves into success. They believe that if they want it bad enough, they'll just do it. But willpower is fickle. Some days you feel like crushing it. Other days, and as Layla Hormozy says, F your mood. I've had this struggle with weight multiple times in my life. I had to get my act together and lose weight. And each time, I only succeeded when I held myself accountable, either by having others hold me accountable or by building systems that forced me to stay on track. You want to know the difference between someone who keeps making progress and someone who stays stuck? The successful person stacks habits. They build on what's already working. Meanwhile, the person who stays stuck makes excuses. Oh, I'll start when I have more time. I need to do X before I can start Y. They delay instead of doing. Last year, I wanted deeper insights into my business. So I hired a coach. He gave me a system to track my numbers, and I started using detailed spreadsheets. That one habit did two things. It built a habit of tracking numbers weekly, and it held me accountable to the spreadsheet, to myself, and to my coach. And guess what? That simple accountability system helped me grow my business faster than anything else. Accountability is built into certain parts of life, but most people don't recognize it. Think about school. You had to show up. You had to do homework. Why? Because if you didn't, there were consequences. Same with work. If you don't show up, you don't get paid. That's accountability. But the second people try to build their own business, start a fitness journey, or work on personal growth, they drop all accountability and wonder why they're struggling. We show up for others, but we don't show up for ourselves. Why? Because we care about how others perceive us. We want approval. We don't want to let people down. But here's the truth: accountability is saying, I am worth it. It's recognizing that you deserve better. It's proving to yourself that you can follow through. Even today, I'll be honest with you guys, I had a rough day. I almost didn't make this video. But I believe in sharing value. I believe in showing up. And so I force myself to push through because at the end of the day, success is built on showing up, even when you don't feel like it. So, how do you fix this? Simple. You set small, winnable goals. Why? Because feedback is a positive feedback loop. If you hit a small goal, you'll feel momentum, and then you'll set a bigger goal. And before you know it, you're crushing goals daily. When I track my habits, I get addicted to stacking wins. I want to keep going because I've built the habit of winning. But most people do the opposite. They set huge goals that they can't sustain. They say, I'm going to go to the gym for 2 hours a day, but they don't even go to the gym now. They set themselves up to fail. So make your goals so easy you can't fail. The best accountability partner is someone who actually cares about your success, someone who's been through what you're going through or is on the same journey. But accountability is not just about having a partner, it's about having skin in the game. If you don't have anything to lose, you won't care. That's why investing in coaching, hiring mentors, or putting money on the line forces you to stay committed. And your goals need to be clear and measurable. For example, eat healthy, it's a terrible goal. But if you swap fries for broccoli at every meal, now that is something specific that you can track. Here's the truth, the harsh truth. You have to actually want it. If you're going to do something just because someone told you to, or because you think you should, no one can force you to succeed. You have to decide that you deserve better, that you are done making excuses, that you will follow through because you owe it to yourself. And if you're watching this and thinking, yeah, this makes sense, but you do nothing after this video, then I failed you. So here's the challenge. I want you to write down 3 easy habits that you can implement today. Do them for several days until they become automatic, and then implement an accountability system, a partner, a tracker, a deadline, something that forces you to stay on track. And then keep stacking those wins. Listen, I know how hard it is to stay consistent, but I also know that if you get this one thing right, if you figure out how to hold yourself accountable, you can accomplish anything. So, if you found this helpful, subscribe for more no BS strategies to stay on track, take action, and actually get results. And drop a comment. What's one goal you're committing to today? Let's hold each other accountable. Let's build momentum. Let's win together.